Hey YouTube family, it's Sarah, also known as LessOfSarah. It's Wednesday, and if you are a subscriber, you may have noticed that a video just popped up in your feed from me, and that video is showing the drawing for my 500 subscriber giveaway, and the person who won was, drumroll, Stephanie. Stephanie, you can find her on YouTube as Here We Go Wish Me Luck. And I'm so excited for Stephanie. She won a 3-month subscription to Calorie Box. So yeah, congrats, Stephanie. I'm going to message you on Facebook a little bit later and we'll chat about that. But that was really fun. It was really fun to do the giveaway. I will do another one soon. I'm not sure exactly when, maybe at 750 subscribers. We'll see how things go. But I will definitely give you guys lots of advance warning. Thank you so much to everyone who commented and who submitted their questions or their video ideas. There were like a ton of great questions, a ton of great video ideas. So I think I'm going to start doing, I normally do a video on Tuesdays. So I think maybe my Tuesday video is going to be one of those questions or topics for the next however many weeks. It'll probably take me months to get through them all. So thank you guys. I'm glad to know what you guys are interested in having me talk about or share with you. So yeah, love you guys. So what I'm doing today is a video response to Doug Drops the Weight, and I'm going to put his channel information below in the description. Yeah. Anyway, Doug had some questions for the weight loss community, and so I thought I would go ahead and make a response video rather than just responding to him in case there are questions anyone else had. The first one was, what do you know now that you wish you knew before surgery? And that is a really great question. I'll tell you why. I thought that I knew everything before surgery. Like I really did. I had been researching for, I don't know, a year and a half at least. I had read everything online. I had watched every YouTube video. I felt like I knew it all. And what I know now that I didn't know then and that I couldn't have known then is that no matter how much you know, you don't really know what it's like until it's happened to you. And as much as I can share with you as a post-op, when you're pre-op, you can't really understand what it's going to be like until it's you in that situation, because everyone is so different and everyone's journey is so personal. So the one thing that I wish I could have understood before surgery is that as much as you know, and as important as it is to research and know as much as you can, you really have to just let go and allow it to sort of happen to you post-surgery, and you will learn as you go along. That's the way it's meant to work. Number 2 was, are there any questions that you did not ask your surgeon that you wish that you had? My situation was a little different because I did self-pay surgery in Mexico. I didn't really have any contact with my surgeon until the day before my surgery, and that was with 2 other people and for a very short amount of time. That said, I felt like I was given all the information that I needed. There wasn't really anything specific that I felt like they hadn't told me or given me in my pre or post-op instructions or any of that. I mean, I know I've heard from other people who have had surgery in Mexico that they weren't given as much information on, what they should eat post-operatively, where they should be at calorie-wise. My surgeon's instructions were pretty clear for that stuff, so I don't think there was anything that I really desperately wanted to know that I didn't ask him. I guess if I had the chance to sit down with him alone before surgery, I probably would have just asked him if he felt that I could lose the amount of weight that I needed to lose with VSG, because so many people told me, Sarah, VSG is not for people as overweight as you. You're going to have a revision to something else. You'll probably have to have a DS, or you'll have to have a gastric bypass because you're not going to make it to your goal. And I knew of people who had VSG and had lost 200 plus pounds. I still know of people who have. But I think I would have asked him directly what he thought. And because I was able to pick the surgery that I wanted. And my surgeon does all of the major weight loss surgeries. I didn't have a chance to ask him, but I remember him coming into my room after the surgery and sitting on my bed and saying to me, this surgery is going to help you. And just the way he said it, I knew that he really believed that it was going to help me and that it could help me. So, yeah, so that's that. Sorry, I have like a frog in my throat today or something. What kind of leak test did your hospital perform and how many? So, you know, I'm sure everyone has the leak test that's done while you are still on the operating table. So they flood your stomach with fluid to make sure there's no leaks. I had a blue dye test. I believe it was, I think it was the day after. It was the day after surgery because my surgery was late in the day. So my surgery was around 3 o'clock or 3:30 in the afternoon. The next morning I had the blue dye test. So what it was 4 1-ounce cups of apple juice with this disgusting dark blue dye. And they make you drink those 4 cups of fluid, and then they check your drain to see if any blue has leaked out. So that was clear. And then the next morning I had sort of the major leak test, which is the barium swallow. And they do, well, basically like an x-ray of your stomach and your sleeve, I should say, and you get to see the fluid going down into your sleeve, and then they let you know whether everything looks good as far as leaks go. So basically, you know, I had 2 leak tests outside of the general thing that they do during the surgery, and for me, obviously, both of those went well. I didn't have any issues. Do you know the size of your sleeve, or the ounce size of your sleeve was actually the question. I don't. I have no idea. And I mean, that's a tough question because the capacity of my sleeve varies based on what I'm eating. So if I'm eating Greek yogurt, I can eat 6 ounces. If I'm eating chicken, I can maybe eat 2.5 ounces. And it varies from day to day as well. If I'm drinking liquids, you know what, I can pretty much take in an unlimited amount. I've drank probably, you know, 10 to 16 ounces of just water in, you know, 15 or 20 minutes before, maybe even less time, and not really had an issue. So it's hard to measure capacity, I think, in that sense. My surgeon's recommendation is that you don't eat more than 4 ounces of food at any time. So I guess you could go by that. Generally, the size of your sleeve is measured by what's called a bougie, which is the instrument that's put into your stomach that the surgeon then makes your sleeve around to size it. I don't know what size bougie Dr. Aceves used or uses. I do know that he's sort of well known for making smaller sleeves. I know that my restriction is greater for sure than some people who are at the same point as me. So I would think it might be smaller than average, but I don't know. That's the best I can do on that one. Did your surgeon's office offer any kind of complication insurance? This was an interesting question. So the answer is no. I did look into, I first of all asked them directly, if I have complications and I have to stay in the hospital longer, what happens? Now, again, because I went to Mexico, because this was a private hospital, because, this is probably a very different answer than most people would give, even self-pay patients in the US. But I was told by my surgeon, any complication that is a direct result of your surgery, and that will be covered. Now, I didn't get into super specifics with them, but that was what I was told. I did look into getting medical tourist insurance, basically. I did have regular travel insurance as well. I did look into medical tourism insurance. It was very, very expensive, and I ultimately decided against it. I took a risk. It might have been a stupid risk. I don't know. But I took a risk, and I went without additional medical insurance. But no, there was no insurance offered by my surgeon's office. However, I was told that they would cover any issues that could have arose from surgery. So that's, yeah. Can you recommend a fiber supplement? Sure. I started off taking Metamucil, just the Metamucil Clear, and putting that in my protein shakes and stuff, and that worked really well when I was on liquids. Once I ran out, I didn't really think it was doing that much to help in the poop department. So I started taking fiber gummies, and I don't actually recall the brand that I've been taking, but I think I bought them at Sam's Club. And they seem to be working-ish. I've just switched to a different kind. Vitafusion, I think, are the new ones that I'm taking. And I do take some other stuff as well, including chia seeds, which was the last question. If you use chia seeds, how do you get them out of your teeth? Or how do you keep them from getting in your teeth? Great question. Chia seeds, I do strongly believe, have helped in the bathroom department to keep things moving. I don't really get them in my teeth, to be honest, because I put them in yogurt and then I let the yogurt sit for like half an hour or 45 minutes so they plump up. Definitely if you're just sprinkling them on stuff dry, they're going to get in your teeth. But if you let them plump up a little bit, or you soak them a little bit, then they'll be a bit more, they'll be a bit softer, bigger, and more gelatinous, so they won't stick to your teeth as much. So, yeah. Doug, I hope that answers your questions, and hopefully that was helpful to some other people out there as well. I will make a video on Friday. That will be my 21-week update. So, yeah, it should be an interesting one. I have lots of stuff to talk about. I'll be honest, weight loss this week is not going so good. Gotta think about why that might be. I think there's a few things that might be contributing to that, but I'll talk about my trip to the States with my girls, and I'll talk about a bunch of stuff that happened this week. So I am looking forward to catching up with you guys on Friday. Have a great day.